All right, this is our first of 4 pen of York gilts. These will be the only two Platt Yorkshires. The rest are Kilmers. And we're going to start by, there's two different litters in here, so we're going to start with 945. This is 78-7. This is a Roots Jasper. This would be a litter mate to the 3 Barras that we're offering there earlier. This would be the solo gilt within that offering. Sired by Roots, and Roots sired Hunter Logue's $50,000 grand overall at the Expo last year. Ethan Stolquist last week at this year's Expo had 3rd overall. Yorkshire gilt, and then reserve bred and owned overall was also a Roots. Some Roots Barras got along as well. Hogs have fed well. We've got a very good handle on how to breed him in this group after having some, and excited the way this mating work. Jasper sow on the south side. This would be Rotoball's high-selling Yorkshire last spring. This gilt here is Rawler made, but I think kind of fit for the big ring. Tall fronted, level, square correct, great tail set. Push those heavier weights. Looks like a breeding gilt in terms of one that's going to be big, good looking, good pastern, tall fronted, and square underneath. You just pour it to her, and I think makes a very good breeding gilt in that September, October setting, kind of what you want to do in terms of having that extras in terms of look, design, and pastern set feet and legs. Looks like a feeding kind of a gilt for darn sure. 946 is going to be next. This is the only gilt within that 81 litter. 81s are step 1. Step 1 pigs have fed well. We bred him real hard here for this summer crop, getting ready to farrow. Unbelievably heavy skeleton for her particular size. Mother is a baby step gilt that we got from Ricker last year, first time gilt. Looks like it matches in terms of one that's really, really rugged. Proportions are good enough in terms of frame and length. Huge forearm, big hind leg, works it really well. This gilt here is pretty versatile in her kind. If you want to show her as a breeding gilt, you want to show her as a market gilt. She's not the biggest for her age in the breeding, but I think will be big enough there come fall time for darn sure. If you want to slip her into that market setting, if that works, North American, last year champion Yorkshire was a gilt. I think she can play with the Barras because her added dimension, shape, and bone. Great muscle, great center body. I think that one will feed awfully well.